Blessed Sacrament Parish and School has been very involved in the community and activities. We're involved in every aspect of the community. I always say that we're the best kept secret in Eastwood. I feel like we're the anchor on this side of the city.
People have a tendency to come back to these neighborhoods. You know, you have a basis of long-term residence here and families come back. So there's a stability I've noticed in both areas, in Tip Hill and in Eastwood, that might not be present in other parts of the city.
I've been involved at Blessed Sacrament pretty much my whole life because we moved here when I was 8 months old. My parents grew up in Eastwood. They've been a part of the Eastwood community and Blessed Sacrament since they were in grammar school. So my time at Blessed Sacrament's been my whole life.
I should say my favorite thing about Blessed Sacrament is the sense of family and the sense of comfort, and in good times and in bad, and we're here for everybody regardless. So it's just a more welcoming feeling so that you know you can always come back, the door is always open.
It's changing now a little bit. The nature of all communities are changing, all neighborhoods. And before, years ago, most of our children in the school would come from the neighborhood. Now they come from all over. We have people coming from the burbs, we have people coming. We have one family who drives their child an hour and a half, just every day, one way, an hour and a half back, just to come to the school.
When we went to school here as a Catholic school, that's what it was. There were very few non-Catholic families in this building.
In the classes during the school days.
As time and years passed, we've become a much more diverse building. We still hold that identity of a Catholic school.
So many needs, so many differences, but you can't tell the differences because, you know, the uniforms, wearing the uniform gives us an even playing ground. So no one knows the haves and the have-nots.
The Catholic Diocese has only 3 elementary schools left in the city of Syracuse, one of which is Blessed Sacrament. There has been a reduction in terms of the number of people who attend church, and as a result, there's been a decreasing amount of donations. On top of that, we've seen increasing costs because we have more lay people teaching in the Catholic schools. So it's a matter of math. We have increasing costs going up with the schools, and then also we've had fewer families that have been able to afford going to these Catholic schools.
When we first started, there wasn't any tuition at all. That's when we had 500 children in the schools. I had 50 children. The sisters were saying they had 60 children. I had 50. They had double classes. So I think the tuition is a big part of it.
At Blessed Sacrament, what we decided to do is step in and try and address this problem head on. We formed a endowed scholarship fund called the Eagles Fund, which is separate and distinct from the diocese or any other organization. It exists solely to provide tuition assistance and scholarships to the parents at Blessed Sacrament that need help affording that tuition so they can send their kids there, so Blessed Sacrament will stay viable for them.
After students leave Blessed Sacrament, they go on to Bishop Ludden, Bishop Grimes, Christian Brothers Academy, other schools. And then they go on for their college education, and they go on to Catholic schools like Lemoyne College. Catholic elementary education is the foundation, it's the pipeline for that later education.
And with the Catholic elementary schools having closed, with those schools gone, keeping Blessed Sacrament open through a scholarship fund to make sure it's an option for parents is incredibly important, because that will lead to a lifetime of Catholic education.
Those secondary schools and those colleges, they need us too.
So yes, the tuition is expensive. Yes, you have to make sacrifices, but you make sacrifices for your family 7 days a week. Having a family is a sacrifice in life. So being able to send a child here, have that understanding that God is involved with the parent support, with our faculty and staff, with the church support, and like the Eagles Fund, some families would never have the opportunity to experience what these children have, what we had, what our parents had.
I think it's amazing. I think it's exciting that it opens up our doors to a lot more people in the community that never thought they might be able to because there's a tuition involved, because we're a Catholic school. But if there's these opportunities available, it opens our doors to a lot more people to feel like they can be part of it.
Public schools get their funding from the government. Our tax dollars pay for public schools. Catholic schools, on the other hand, in New York State, are limited to either donations or tuition. That's where they get their money.
So a donation to the Eagles Fund is an investment in a child's future. It's a way for us to be able to perpetuate, maintain our heritage, and our heritage is our faith.
The Eagles Fund helps a student pay their tuition and keeps the doors open.
High school, we spent 4 years together. College, we spent 4 years ago. So, you know, I think that the elementary school really is the basis that you learn those life skills in elementary school that you carry forward, I hope, forever. I hope that they never ever forget Blessed Sacrament. I hope it's always a part of them.
My hopes are that people will recognize the importance of a Catholic education for so much more than just being educated here, because it's not just the education. There's a whole big system that includes the church, the family, the community, that just makes a whole better person, and these children see it.
And the foundation that they get here at Blessed Sacrament, the Eagles Fund is going to help to bring more students to learn those life skills.
One of the valuable things that we need to consider, the gift that we can give to our children, is our faith. And an investment in the children's faith, supporting by the family, but an investment in their faith can be the most important investment any of us make in the lives of people we love.